Hello and welcome to Law and Order SVU here on FANVERSATION. I am Yael Tygiel. This is Taylor Gates. Hello, Taylor.
Hello.
Hello. This is Law and Order SVU. We are talking season 24, episode 20, Debatable.
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 If you are just joining us for the first time, welcome. We're happy you're here. Please feel free to reach out to RAINN if you need help. Their number is 1-800-656-4673. 1-800-656-4673. Taylor, what does that spell?
It spells hope. And that's not debatable.
It does. Great job.
Thanks.
It does spell hope. Again, if you have been assaulted, if you need help, please reach out to RAINN. Now, if this is your first time here, consider this your content warning because Taylor and I will say some shit. Sometimes the show goes dark. This episode has some weird things. And when that happens, we like to make light and we will make jokes. I don't know how to like warn people effectively.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay. Let's talk about Debatable. Here's the quick cap. Benson tries to help a student after she's assaulted on a field trip. Finn suspects a witness in the case may not be telling the whole truth. Taylor, what did you think about the episode Debatable?
Here's the thing. I was like, this is my shit. Like, this is exactly the kind of episode I want within the first 20 minutes.
Oh.
And then
really?
It sort of fizzled for me. Yeah.
Go on.
I just am like, first of all, I'm confused because how old is this girl?
17.
17? I guess that's the age of consent, ?
In New York, 17-year-olds, when we've had previously 17-year-olds are allowed to have sex.
Well, they should have for sure clarified that, I think, a little bit more because I'm like, it's statutory. Even if so, I'm so sorry. Like, we framed this so weird because these are people in positions of power over her. Like, it's not consensual. Like, why are we not arguing any of that? So I felt that was so frustrating. And like, it's fine if you want to frame it this way, but you need to tell me why you're not framing it that way because that's the obvious framing to me, I guess.
I mean, I did feel like they pointed out multiple times that it was unethical but not criminal.
I guess, but like, I don't know. I don't know. It was just really icky. Like, I understand within the confines of the law, but I was just like, I don't know. But then, I don't know. I just feel like we didn't go, like, we went all in the first 20 minutes. And then we like sort of were like handling it so, oh, there was like a narrative that like, this is what she wanted. What the hell? Like, this is so weird and we should be treating it like this is so weird. And we were treating it like it wasn't that weird, I think. I don't know if that's making any sense, but I feel like just the way it was handled, like in the last part, I was like, am I on a different planet? Like, this is so strange that they did this to this girl. And I feel like we're like making it seem like it's not that crazy. And it really is. Like, I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like I was the opposite. The first part, I was like, we get it. We get it. We know who this girl is. All the boys pick on her. We get it. She's frigid. We get it. Like, I get it. And then I did enjoy the twist that they made it very much seem like it was a gang rape, that she like walked into this room and I went, oh, interesting. And then the twist of it being not those guys. I liked that. That was a fun surprise that it was the coaches.
The twist for me was like, we thought, at least, unless I just wasn't paying attention, I was like, that's her parents. And so the minute we found
out, you were not paying attention. It's like,
okay,
upon rewatch, the first scene where they're in the car, they like make it very deliberate where she goes, thanks, coach. And then she goes, coaches. I was like, got it.
I know, but I thought that was just like a playful, like she was their kid too. And it was like, oh, thanks, coach. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're going in coach zone instead of parent zone right now.
I see.
Like, that's how I interpreted it. So like when they specifically said that's not her parents, I said, oh, that's okay. That's where it is then. Because I don't know. I feel like you could interpret that like, thanks, coach. You know what I mean?
Sure,
like
sure,
if the parents coaching the team or whatever. But the minute I was like, that's it's them, because that was way too much, way too close to be doing it. If that's not your child,
right.
it's really a lot.
We have people in the chat. Doreen agrees. I got confused too. I'm gonna say second watching, I was barely paying attention, and things made much more sense on second viewing. So definitely rewatch this episode. Alexandra says, I thought the same at first.
Yeah, I feel like, I think it was misleading on purpose, probably, but
could be. I really think, because I remember also on first watch being like, who are these people? But on second rewatch, everything made a lot more sense, and I caught the like, oh, these are her coaches, and who her mother is, and like what the deal was and how sus they were earlier. Yeah, so
like, what the hell is this?
I appreciate where it went. I think it got weird, and I liked it. As you know, we like weird here. Obviously I wanted more. I will say this. To bring in the term MFM and not define it for anyone, but also not then bring in other terms, missed opportunities.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess like I didn't think it because I was like, I know what that is, obviously. But like you're right, for the average viewer, probably not. Like,
right. I started giggling at the use of it because no one asked for an explanation.
Yeah.
Which I went, I think Carisi would have gone,
yeah.
Excuse me?
But you know who wouldn't? Olivia, I know what a MILF is, Benson.
Honestly,
she knows.
Finn also, don't look at him. He just knows things.
I don't know. I just know stuff.
That was great. All right, let's give some shout outs, because I have to say, the girl Naomi, played by Olivia DuPont, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your last name, really great performance. Really
like
wonderful.
Me Sadie Sink. Like, I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, this is like kind of, I hope they like act together, because they kind of look alike and they kind of just like have that same vibe to me.
I love that. Also, Helene was played by Helene, I think. Okay. Played by Erin Neufer, and Parker's played by...
You're freaking creepy.
It's great. It was a really great creepy
You're creepy.
Parker was played by Dan Bittner.
You're creepy.
Yes, very. His allocution, I was like, fucking debate people. Like, who are you trying to convince here? And then I know that we've seen her before. I think this is my favorite performance of hers. So Elaine Samuels, the defense attorney, was played by Frances Turner. If she is not working at Buchanan's law firm, they should hire her. She pulled Buchanan's left and right, and I was like, she is vicious.
Yeah, she was. I have to say, not to like jump ahead, but while we were talking about like the girl who played Naomi, I love that they had her on the stand, like knowing the law back and forth, like making objections for herself. I was like, she's a legend. And then at the end, when Carissa's like, come see me in a few years, if we don't see that, I'm gonna be pissed, because I was thinking that the whole time. I was like, she is going to join the team, like she is going to intern for Carisi, and I need that to happen so badly. Honestly,
she has to return as a lawyer. Like,
yes,
she has to come back after law school. 100% agreed. I am with you on that. She was fantastic. And as soon as where is it? I have it's not a quote. It's just important. So Carisi says to her, you're not on the stand to argue the law. That's my job. And I went, oh shit, I would do that. I would take the stand and be like, objection?
What does that have to do with that? Like, I thought she was so great. I love
relevance.
Her so much. Yeah, she was a legend.
100% loved her. And then this one, super important, triple repeat offender, friends. Colin Sharp, played by Josh Karras, previously in multiple episodes. Here we go. He was in Savant, season 9, episode 4.
So good.
Love that episode. If I remember correctly, he was the bad guy. He was the son of the one who was sleeping with and he's the one who killed her. Season 16, episode 18, Devastating Story. Devastating Story, if I remember correctly, is the episode where the girl tells the story on like a Dateline show, and then it turns out that the story got blown out of proportion. She kept adding people. He's one of the guys. Ooh, nice. And now season 24, episode 20.
I was like, I've definitely seen this guy's face like so many times.
Yes.
It was great. I just like, I don't know that I loved that part of the episode, weirdly. I was just like, I want to focus more on Naomi.
So, okay, let's talk about him. Because I did like the way that he got introduced, the fact that neither side knew he existed.
Yeah.
I don't think it makes sense that our team didn't look into him at all. And then when Naomi was like, yeah, he dropped out of Harvard, they were like, oh, we should research. Yeah, guys.
Come on.
But I want to also talk about the like Finn in the bathroom situation.
Yeah.
First of all, Finn coming into a bathroom and saying, I'm not trying to pick you up.
So good.
I love it. I hate it. I'm so tormented by this idea.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I hate it.
Like, you can get away with it.
I hate it, but I want Finn to walk into the bathroom like, I'm not here to pick you up.
I'm not here to pick you up.
So. And then I'm very torn on Finn's description that this kid is a stone cold homophobe and that he's doing it for Helene.
Yeah.
This feels problematic to me.
I did think it was sort of interesting though, just in the way that it was like so almost the opposite in a way with Naomi, because she was like in it for obviously Helene first, and that was like the acceptable part of it, I guess. I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. Like, I don't know. I just thought it was like interesting, like a female victim versus like a male victim, and like how it's positioned and like talked about, and thought about, like when Parker comes in or whatever. I thought that was really interesting.
So like both victims were in it for Helene.
Yeah.
But when it was Helene and Naomi, everyone was like,
that's like more acceptable almost.
Yes. But
when it was like the same sex part of it with Parker and Colin, it was like, that's taboo. You know what I mean? I thought that's kind of interesting. You actually explained it better than I was. But like, it's
no,
when
but yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's
kind of
okay with Helene both times, no matter what, which is so interesting in a way.
I really almost wish that was where we went with it, because I felt like the part where it like every time we've had a male victim who was attacked by a male perpetrator, we have to remind them that like, you know, whatever happened to them doesn't mean anything about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And so the idea that Finn kind of played with that fear feels problematic.
Mm-hmm.
And Doreen in our chat says he did apologize at the end. I'm going to be honest. His apology was weak, but also get this kid help.
Yeah.
They're
going to get him Harvard again.
Sure. But therapy. This kid
that's
is
what
therapy.
I'm saying. Like, that should probably be before Harvard, but
right.
It's fine. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. I mean, I'm glad that they like had that moment of Finn feeling bad though, because I feel like, you know, 15 seasons ago, we don't care. Like, you know what I mean? Now it's like at least we're self-aware enough. Like, what should we have done in the first place? Like, maybe not, but at least we realized that was a little slimy, you know?
Yeah. It just feels there's the whole, I don't know, it just feels weird. And I agree with you that is an interesting question of like, why is it okay with Helene? Not okay, but like societally more acceptable with Helene. Also, a fascinating thing that should have been brought up was Parker. How do you feel about the fact that literally both times they were like, yeah, we were fine with that. We didn't want you.
You're the problem, dude. God. Of course, Parker has to come in and mess.
Honestly, I thought this episode was going to veer into like them arguing that they're a poly family and explain what that is and do all like that's where I thought we were going. And I was like, yes, fascinating. Let's talk about polyamory. Like, let's get there. And we didn't. Instead, we got the drop of MFM, and that's it.
Yeah. I just feel like that only works if she's like a little older. Because I'm sorry, she's still literally a child. Like she's 17.
Naomi.
That's nuts that we're talking about this and I get it, age of consent, whatever. She's 17 though.
But as Helene says on the stand, right? Like she's a very smart girl. She's a very mature girl. And so I think that should have been, honestly, I think Helene's defense, there was like such a missing just one extra step to be like, she was so smart that we felt like she was a peer. We definitely, talked to her and treated her like a peer. But obviously we should have remembered that she wasn't, since that's right. Like she's still the maturity of a child. Yeah. And that's why she's saying this. I was like, where's this?
Yeah.
You have this opening. You keep claiming it was unethical, but not criminal. So like, then be like, well, she's just a kid and we fucked up.
Yeah.
Cause she's still like a whiny bitch. You know what I mean? Like, come on, Helene, be the vicious person you want to be.
It just felt nuts. I think that's what rubbed me like a little weird in this episode. It's just like, we were talking about her like she was 30 and she's just not. Like there is a difference. I don't care what the law says. If she's 17 and these are people in positions of power, like,
oh, for sure.
And I feel like we're forgetting that a little. I feel like we should never forget that. Okay.
It's funny that you say that because I felt like what they forgot about was the video. There's
that too.
There's fucking video.
True.
And in the video, she's holding her down.
Yeah.
There's video.
Bitch, what are you talking about? Like, okay.
Also,
that's fucking nasty. Not in general, but for you to be doing it to Naomi.
There was a part, it's so irrelevant, but there was a part that I felt was so beautiful, which was about the hand gestures during speech and debate.
Yeah.
When they were like, when a man does this, and then they're like, put your hands out. Ooh, beautiful. Because totally.
This is kind of off topic, but if you guys want to see more debate content, there's this movie I loved called Candy Jar that you should all watch. And that's all I thought of the whole time was how much I wanted to rewatch Candy Jar because I feel like speech and debate is such a fascinating topic and world.
You know what's
funny?
I
will say it wasn't authentic in SVU because I learned in Candy Jar that you talk as fast as you possibly can during debate so you can score as many points. And they were talking at like a normal speed. And I was like, you guys should have lost because you were not making that many points. You have to speak like you're rapping. You have to talk so fast during it for like very like high up speech and debate teams. Fun fact.
All I could think was I wanted to do speech and debate in school. And I never did.
I did mock trial, which was like similar because we didn't have a debate team.
Right.
I
didn't do any of those, and I'm sad I didn't. Doreen asks the question that also was very important, was that the kids were drinking and everyone seemed to like, literally Parker was like, they were drinking, and I was like, whatever.
I thought it was going to go the route of the SVU episode where the mom like provides the alcohol to the kids so her daughter's popular.
Yes.
Like I thought we were going there.
Yeah. Also, who shot the video and from where?
Yes, I don't know. And why? Like, what's going on?
And did it get spread to did the whole school get it or just the debate team? Like, there was a video.
Right. And we just needed that for like 3 seconds to realize it was in fact the trip chaperones or whatever.
Yeah.
Wow. What a moment.
I also thought that Carisi did a great job on in the trial. Great job in the trial. Yeah. Alex says yes. Video from the window?
Yeah, like what's happening?
Were they all on the ground floor? They couldn't have been since she took an elevator to leave, so okay.
We've had a lot of like hotel windows coming into play. Like that episode of the BDSM where the girl's like standing at
yes.
There's a lot of shit going on in the hotel's windows, you guys. Let me just say that right now.
I mean, that's true. Okay. Let's I want to talk about Benson's 15-minute meditation.
Yeah. I also have to say, I love a good like transition, and the fact that it transitioned from the bus on fire to her little candle, brilliant. Obsessed with the writing and editing choices of that. I think that's so funny and clever.
Let's give some shout outs to our director. This episode was directed by, why do I do this? Jean de Zigonzak. I'm so sorry to pronounce that name.
Well, you know what? I love the choice to go from a bus on fire to Vincent's meditation candle.
Yeah, beautiful. I also feel like the entire thing about the kids bullying,
we didn't care.
Right? Like, okay, we get it. These guys are assholes.
It was only so she could feel guilty about not taking the bus.
Yeah, she's like, I didn't take the bus because the boys were mean and they'd pick on me. Why weren't there chaperones on the bus to stop that?
I also, okay, now it's making more sense though. I like that we're talking this out though, because I'm like, I love like a rebellion, but like slashing the bus seats and setting it on fire was such a weird choice to me. But now that I get it, why she like couldn't take the, like, I like how that actually ties together. Because I was like, this is so random. But now I think that makes a little more sense and ties in a bit more. Because it's just like, why did she do that? Like, of all the things she could do?
So I understood why she went after the bus. Yeah. My question was, why slash all the things?
She just needed to.
One, why slash all the things before setting it on fire? And two, friends, are buses that flammable? Because the way that it happened, right? Like the inside cushioning went up like that, and then it exploded, which that part I don't believe. But especially without like any lighter fluid or anything. But my big question is, school buses that we put children on, are that flammable? What are we thinking?
Apparently so. Yeah. Wild.
I think we need to start a petition to redo school buses so that they're not so flammable.
Yeah.
All right. Also, speaking of the self-care, Velasco and Benson are good. I think that's over.
Cool. Anyway. Great.
Why? We spent so many episodes dealing with that.
Yeah.
But no, we're done with it now.
Good.
Yeah,
bye.
We're good.
Thank you.
All right. Let's go to best lines.
Yeah.
I have quite a few.
Same.
Okay. Hold on. I had one that I lost. Okay. So, who taught you dad jokes? Thought yours ran off with some chick from work? The burniest burn.
Yeah.
It's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
She's not a masochist. She's a manipulative predator. Okay. Who drops out of Harvard? Don't ask me. I set a bus on fire.
Amazing. Love that one.
I think that's going to be my new, don't ask me. I set a bus on fire.
I thought that was so good.
And then this one just pissed me off so much. Finn says to Colin at the end, this heartbreak thing, you'll get over it. And if you live your life right, you're going to get your heart broken more than once. Trust me on that. Not a pep talk. That's
also
vicious.
Like, I just don't know that this was like normal heartbreak. Like, this was very malicious.
Sure. But also, if I live my life right, I'm going to go through this pain again?
Awesome. Thanks,
Pass.
dude. Yeah.
All right. What you got?
Okay, I just like loved Naomi's whole attitude and how she was using debate team lingo in real life. Resolved, alcohol makes you stupid and slow. I was like, she's an icon. The C is the C, the old man is the old man, the boy is the boy. That's Hemingway. So true, bestie. I don't have the specific quote, but Muncie talking about getting in trouble by stealing shopping carts and racing them down the hill, and then I made her feel better every time. I really liked that detail of her character, honestly, and I thought that was like fun to see her. I love it when she talks to the girls, you know, because she's so young too. I looked up her birthday and she's my age, not the actor, but that character, and I thought that was really jarring. I'm surprised you didn't have this one. My son's no rapist. He's the star of the debate team.
Why would I have that one?
Because it's so funny and it just feels like something you would like.
It's so stupid.
My son's no rapist. He's the star of the debate team. If you're asking me, she was scared to debate today. Well, we're not asking you. Naomi's a masochist, but I'm not. I'd have to be to continue talking to you without a lawyer. Okay.
Oh, she's not a masochist. She's a manipulative predator.
Yeah. I see you're a star debater and raise you a star witness. I played some Jedi mind tricks on that kid Colin. Yeah, you did. And finally, just the phrasing of her and her husband did a tap dance on your mind.
I'm surprised you didn't have Booker's dad, who is the MVP of this episode, where he was like, no, give me, what he said, something like, give me a reason for a black man to trust the cops.
Yeah, very true
like,
as well.
Great question.
I think that one was overshadowed by my son's no rapist. He's the star of the debate. Those things are, believe it or not mutually exclusive.
I also had, he didn't set the bus on fire, he set his life on fire. I like
also,
that
just
one.
like, I don't have a specific quote for this, but the fact that Mr. Young's whole narrative was like, I thought they wanted me, I'm so sorry. Like, you're such a dumbass. Like, that's such a stupid defense. No. Why would we want you? Look in the mirror, Mr. Young.
Whoa.
No, I just mean his whole vibe. Like, not his looks, but like, you're skeevy, you're gross. You're a nasty dude. The actor, I'm not throwing shade.
Yeah, to be clear, we're talking about the character.
Yeah. You and your wifey, nasty individuals.
All right. Those are our quotes. So good. Alexandra in the chat says, May the 4th mention from Finn. Yeah, perfectly timed. And Doreen says, nobody wanted that dude.
Nobody wanted that dude. I feel like he had a bit of a complex from that. Like, he, you know, I don't take a toll on you, but
listen, I don't want to perpetuate stereotypes, but I'm going to say this. From what I recall in high school, anything outside of sports was not cool at most schools, right? So I can only assume that Parker Young, the male coach, when he was in high school, was probably part of debate and probably was not cool. Not that I'm excusing anything, but I assume that that's why he is like, well, now I'm the coach. So like, obviously I'm a big shot. And everyone's like, no, her. We want her.
Yeah. I'll have you know, I did mock trial and I was also homecoming queen. So I broke the mold. I broke the stereotype.
You're the coolest.
Parker could never. Parker wishes. I also have to clarify, there was like 20 girls in my class, so it wasn't like I was like.
Also,
but
you went to an all-girls school, right?
No.
Oh,
it was co-ed, but it was Catholic.
So pretty much like an all-girls school.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty
Wait,
much
you
wore
were
a plaid skirt every day.
you were homecoming queen?
Yeah, so
I would have voted for you.
thanks. One more vote, didn't need it. I'm so kidding.
Ouch.
It's
I
called
was
peaking in high school, actually.
damn. You are vicious to yourself.
Yeah. If you say shit like that, if you talk about that when you're 27, like you have to be joking. Or else, girl, that was a decade ago. Okay, we need to put that and move on. Okay?
Fuck. All
No
right.
part
So,
two, never.
all right, friends. Listen, I'm gonna tell you all. I'm still very behind on organized crime, but since next week we head into the crossover, I will catch up by next week. Yeah.
Oh, it sucks.
Based on the
Worst news
trailer,
ever.
it looks like it's going to be a mostly SVU episode, and then it will tail into the crossover. So, yeah. That said, we do have some, I guess, show news. For those who don't watch organized crime, because I know none of you do, and I'm supposed to be the one doing it for us, and I'm sorry that I'm very behind, but I've been very busy, and also I don't care. So, in the most recent episode, Isabel Gillies, who plays Kathy, made an appearance, and you're all probably going, "The fuck, she's dead." It was a vision, not so much as she was there. The show is veering into sci-fi territory or supernatural fantasy.
Are you more interested in it now?
I should be, but no, I don't care. I saw the clip. She doesn't say anything. She's just there. Stupid.
Okay.
So I'll catch up and I'll let you guys know next week if there's context that we're missing from that thing. I just don't have the time. That show sucks. What else did I have to say? We have no reviews on our iTunes. No new reviews since January. Such a bummer. If you like us, please on iTunes give us 5 stars, and if you don't like us, give us 4 stars, and then let us know how to improve. And if you push any other star buttons, you're rude.
You can't. They don't work.
Yeah. So don't even try it. It'll give you a virus.
Try it. How dare you, homecoming queen? You're gonna rate me less than 4 stars?
You should get 5 stars. So. I'd give you 5 stars. Don't ask me. I set a bus on fire.
My son's no rapist. He's a star of the debate team.
Okay, Taylor.
Yes.
Do you have a poll from last week?
I do, and I actually have an idea for this week.
Oh, good. What was
help me come up? Well, last week we asked what your favorite travel road trip episode was.
Oh, okay.
And last place was indeed last week's episode, which is nuts. I thought it was good last week, but that's okay. Bend the Law got 0% of the votes. In third place is Intent. That's season 19, episode 8. I know Yael was gonna be mad that one didn't do that well.
Guys, it's so good. Go rewatch it.
Yeah. In second place was Pandora. That's season 2, episode 15. That's the one where Taylor goes to Prague, I want to say.
That sounds right.
Okay. And then in first place, rightful winner. This is my favorite as well. Informed, season 8, episode 1. That's the eco-terrorist episode, which is, sure. I love that arc so much. I think it's so good. So, yes, those were the ones. For this week, I think...
Sorry, hold on. I need to bitch for a moment. Okay, I cannot believe it was so low.
I know, but at least Bend the Law got lower.
It should have been higher than Pandora.
Yeah, I agree.
Friends, Intent, double catfishing.
You're right, but Informed, correct. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, go on.
So I want this week, I think I want to do a Kid Genius type of poll.
Of course you do.
Hot House is the one I automatically thought of because she was giving me Elsie. Sure. Elsie. What are some other ones? I know we've had genius children on this before. That's not Hot House. Help me out, everyone. Please.
Great. First of all, great poll idea.
Thank you. We can also just do school theme
No,
ones.
I
know.
like,
I want the specificity. We only need 2 more, or like 1 more, but we can't just have 2. I don't think. I'm trying to think of the other ones. I mean, Savant. Yes. Okay, he's not a genius, but born psychopath. Like that kid was smart, but like in a scary way. So I feel like that could be included if we had to. Yeah, Savant is one. There has to be another one though. It's like obvious. I can't remember. Student teacher could work too. That's
easier. I was actually thinking chaperones, like field trip chaperones.
Yeah. I feel like we can do one. I think we can find one more smart kid though, because we already have 3 of those. Smart kid.
Smart
teen, smart college student if we had to. Oh no, that's Hot House too. the kid with the Bunsen burners. That's Hot House as well. Guys, come on, help us in the chat. I'm like yelling at everyone now. Maybe I'll just put comment below, and if anyone can think of anything else, they can do that.
I'm like seeing different students in my head, and I'm like, were they smart? I don't recall.
Were they dumb though? Like,
well, because I was thinking of the one, the Munchausen by proxy, where she kills her mom.
What's class about?
Well, while we're working on that,
I think I'm gonna do a comment below situation, so we can just do that. But thank you. I mean,
let's see if anybody comes with anything else while we're talking. Next up, what did we learn? I mean, I learned that school buses are incredibly flammable, and that bothers me.
I learned that SVU needed to do some research about speech and debate because they should have been talking faster. And I did learn about the hand gestures.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I always knew that, like, there are different, I mean, obviously we know there are different rules for when men do things that women can't do, because when we do it, we're bossy and shrill. And when they do it, it's authoritative.
But if you want to hook up with a chaperone, it's okay to hook up with a woman. It's what we learned.
That is what we learned.
So that's like 1 point for the girlies out there, I guess.
It reminds me of the like, now I'm thinking of multiple episodes. It reminds me of episodes where the woman is older and it's like a teenage boy, and everyone's like, "Oh,
for him."
When it's a high school boy hooking up with his teacher, everyone's like, "Yes."
Isn't that the Melissa Joan Hart episode?
No, that's no. No, that one is different. No, I was thinking of the one where it turned out that it was the coach who sends the pictures. He sends pictures of the teacher who's sleeping with students, and it's the wrestling coach is one that I was thinking of. And that was a Christmas one. And then there's another one where it's the Lindsay Lohan / Amanda Bynes episode.
Yeah.
Where catfishing teacher, thank you, Doreen.
Okay, catfishing teacher.
No, that one didn't have a smart student. That's the one where
they're all dumb in that one. I'm so sorry. Okay.
Yes, catfishing teacher is the one with the wrestling coach. God. Follow the train of my thought that I'm not saying out loud.
This is off topic, but I like to remember the one where the students have the like lipstick party and then everyone gets measles.
Yes.
That was not a smart student, unfortunately. No. They're very not smart.
That one?
Not smart students.
That one and the one with Hillary Duff where the kid gets measles, I think.
Yes.
Whatever, dies.
Anti-vax. Yeah.
Both of those anti-vax episodes nowadays, they're too real. They
are too real. Yeah. I don't remember like really anything else about that episode except for the weird lipstick color, and like then they all get a disease. It was so wild.
All right. I mean, sometimes we like to show fun internet memes on our show, but people send me all sorts of things. But I have none to share with you all because I watch them and I laugh and I move on.
That's fair. I love it.
All right. Oh, announcements. Friends, as you know, sometimes we make stupid merch and it is available on our wonderful Redbubble account.
Yep.
Now, I made a new t-shirt that is available. It is the first of a bunch. I'm making new swag for us. And it is a Detective Moneybags Bruno.
Yes. And I'll wear it proudly.
So you can now get a shirt with a picture of him.
Obsessed.
And it says Detective Moneybags Bruno.
Oh my God, hell yeah.
And the link is below. I will be working on No Cops at Pride, just Alice Wilcott.
In her, yeah.
I don't know that I can get, we'll see if I can get a photo of her, but
skeet shooter, using your husband's penis as a clay pigeon.
Yeah, I literally have a list of phrases that we have thought would be good t-shirts. And I am finally finding time to make these. I do know that we wanted Hudson University swag.
Oh, yes.
And that has been a pain in my ass. So we'll get to that as well.
I can't wait to wear that Alice Wilcott shirt to Pride and everyone's like, who is that? And I'd be like, well, I'll have you know. Like, because I'm going to have to explain it to everyone and I'll explain it so proudly, you know?
Yes.
The WeHo gays are going to start watching SVU because of me.
The WeHo gays already watch SVU.
Do they?
Yes.
Okay.
I used to go, my friend ran Golden Girls trivia at Hamburger Mary's in West Hollywood. And I, every time, would be there to try to convince people that I should do an SVU trivia. And every time the WeHo gays were like, yes.
Oh my God, I would love that. Please do it so I can come.
Oh, yeah, I should. I think I already have the questions already written somewhere. Anyway, so yes, more swag will be coming through this summer. That is my goal for the summer. Speaking of, for those who are unaware, currently there is a writer's strike going on. We at SVU support the WGA. I didn't even have to ask Taylor before I started giving the speech right now because I know where we stand.
Yes.
We support the WGA. We will continue doing SVU through the summer. Perhaps not consistently because we have summer things to do, but we'll be continuing to do it. We'll be doing older episodes. And I think that that's going to be a great way to support the show and the writers. That said, should this writer's strike go as long as it likely will, we will discuss in the fall what we will be doing, but it will probably be older episodes. Mm-hmm. So support the WGA and the writer's strike.
Yes.
If you want more info, go to the WGA's website.
Yes. Agreed. Well said.
Thank you. All right. Until next week, which is Mother's Day, we will be doing, we will still be doing the show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm almost 2,000 miles from me, so.
Yeah, I will not be seeing, you know, we're going to be here doing this. So in honor of Mother's Day, we'll be here next week. So join us then. Until then, Taylor, where can everyone find you and the poll?
You can find me and the poll on Twitter at @alphaba_, and you can also find me on Instagram at Taylor_Gates_.
Amazing. You can find me, Yael Tygiel, at Yael Tygiel. That's why AEL2IG.
You're pointing the complete opposite way. It's so confusing because it's like mirrored, you know? It's like opposite. Well,
yes.
That's fine.
I'm Yael. This is SVU. Rate and review us. We'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.